Hi, and welcome to The Secret Life of Parkinson's. I'm Jessica Krauser, and I'm here with Brian Baker.
Hi, Jess. How are you
I'm
today?
great, Brian. How are you?
Great.
Guess we have a guest with us today.
A special guest?
A special guest. We have Bethany Richards. Hi, Bethany.
Hi, everybody.
Our episode today is going to be all about what Bethany has done for the Parkinson's community. So, Bethany herself does not have Parkinson's, but she founded a nonprofit called Bike Box Project, which she'll talk about. I met Bethany last year at the Michael J. Fox Foundation. They have a MVP event. So, those who have raised so much money, we get to all get together and meet each other. And we met last year in New York City. And I've been connected with her ever since and following her journey. And it's just been absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to bring her on and share her journey with the Parkinson's community, what she has been doing with Bike Box Project. And, we talk about PD Next Steps in Columbus all the time. So it's exciting to get to spread our wings and share other locations that are doing fantastic things for Parkinson's. So, Bethany, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and how Bike Box Project came to be, and we'll go from there.
Sure. And I also very much enjoyed meeting Jessica at MVP last year. Just awesome person. So I'm honored to be with everybody today. My name is Bethany, and I'm from New Bern, which is where I reside now. I'm a retired firefighter. I worked up in Alexandria, Virginia, and I moved back to New Bern. And upon moving back, I also discovered that my father was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and he also lives in my hometown here in New Bern. So my husband and I retired here where my parents are, and I started riding my bike around and just had a thought one day, why don't I make a donation box and put it on the back of my bicycle, and when people see my bike, maybe they'll throw some money in there, and it'll motivate me to get more exercise, ride my bike more, and I can also donate that money that I collect in my box to the Michael J. Fox Foundation, and actually kind of do my part in raising awareness and funds for a really meaningful cause.
When did that start?
That was 7 years ago. So quite a while ago. And just after a few short months of starting with that box on my bike, the community just started rallying behind it. And we decided to do an awareness ride where we would ride our bicycles from New Bern to Atlantic Beach. It's 40 miles. We called that ride Bern into the Beach. And we wanted all the money to go to the Michael J. Fox Foundation. And we did. We rode our bikes in a police escort the whole way to the beach.
Cool.
And this past October, we celebrated our 7th year doing that. So that is our big Michael J. Fox fundraiser of the year.
Okay.
And it's tremendous and a lot of fun. And we allow 100 people to ride in it, and then we cut it off at that point. So it usually fills up in about a week. We have our 100 and so logistically, it just allows us to manage things a little bit better. And then since then, just people have had ideas. My board has come to me with ideas, events, and whatever we say we're going to do, we just end up following through and we do it. So we've done wine and dinner pairings and awareness walks, and we're getting ready to host the first pickleball tournament here in New Bern.
We want to do that.
Yeah, so just event after event, and we love it because we find that we will find more people, even if it's one person from each event that didn't know about us before, about Bike Box Project, and how not only do we support Michael J. Fox and his crucial mission to cure Parkinson's, but also to support our people living with Parkinson's here in our local community.
So,
and there's a lot.
So talk about that, because that's similar to when my friends and I started the 5K for JK, trying to help people locally where we live. So you did the same thing, or you're doing the same thing. What are the types of things that you're able to do locally? Like, how do you support the Parkinson's community?
A few years after we created Bike Box Project with the board and doing fundraising and events, we discovered Rock Steady Boxing, which is just an awesome beneficial exercise program for those that have Parkinson's disease. So we went through the channels of asking for grants from local businesses, and a lot of our fundraising at that point was for and to create a Rock Steady Boxing here in New Bern. We were successful in doing that. We started with 6 boxers. We currently now have over 70
Oh my
boxers,
gosh.
which is just a lot. But also, so the classes are in and of themselves just spectacular. We offer 2 classes a day. We have variety classes. We have a game night once a month where the boxers and caregivers come in and we all play bingo or Trivial Pursuit. But we also have very important support groups that meet. And there is a support group that meets for the person with Parkinson's and their caregiver. And then we also have a separate only caregiver meeting. So they have a chance to really kind of vent, if you will, or share things that maybe they otherwise wouldn't because their partner is with them. So it's really branched out to, we have focused so much on the caregiver as well as the person with Parkinson's. For our Rock Steady Boxing class, we actually last year we were able to purchase a 15-passenger bus.
I saw that.
On the boxer bus. And if people cannot attend class because they no longer drive, we will pick them up and bring them to class and then take them home. And that is in an effort to give the caregiver or the spouse that time to run an errand on their own, clean the house, have some quiet time, take a nap, whatever they need to do, and allow their boxer to come in and get their beneficial exercise. And we are kind of a no excuse gym.
Yeah.
Just because you can no longer drive doesn't mean you can't get here. We will get you here. We will coach you and we will get you home. So it's just all those facets of, supporting a cure, but supporting our community that needs us so much in every aspect, whether it be the person struggling with the diagnosis, but their family and their caregiver too.
That's great.
I would love to have a bus.
No, we don't need a bus.
Yeah, we do.
No, Melissa would have us out there picking everybody up. She'd be like, I'd be like, I can't come in today. And she'd be like, I'll pick you up.
The bus is cool. And look, I will tell you that there are a couple people that can still drive and they decide to take the bus because there's a lot that's happening on that bus. And I don't know anything about it. They're not allowed to talk about it, apparently. But they get really close and there's some things that are going down on the bus.
What happens on the bus stays on the bus.
Stays on the bus. That's right.
But it's actually kind of nice because when you think about it, and I was actually thinking about this for our own gym, because community and socializing is such a big part of dealing with the disease.
From the caregiver as well as the patient themselves.
Yeah, but even just for the patient, and I don't know if you see this at your gym, like people will hang around either in the beginning or after one of the workouts just to catch up on on anything. But it's we need to have a little coffee shop or something.
Yeah, they get here an hour early.
Okay, so that's not just us.
No, and yesterday, one of our newest boxers, we have open gym prior to our classes. So boxers from other days can come in and have open gym time so they can still get a workout in, even though their class isn't scheduled that day. And one of our newest guys came in an hour and a half early because he wanted to work out with those people from the other class and learn from them before his own class started. There's so much camaraderie. It is just, that's the best part. That's what I know most of my people will say that is their favorite part. Yeah. And the most meaningful part is the camaraderie.
Jessica hangs out after class because she has trouble making it on time before class.
I have an issue with being late. I know, I do. But
no.
I'll stick around. It's hard you have to kick me out sometimes. So I've seen all of the amazing things that you have done. And when you think about it, I think of people like you and like Melissa, and there are others that are out there doing things like this. And, you're just one person that started this. It only took one, and then it grew to where you are now. What can you tell, other people that might be interested? Because I get questions pretty often of like, okay, how did we start the 5K, and connecting with Michael J. Fox Foundation, things like that. If people are interested in doing something in their own area, whether it be for Fox or for Rock Steady, like, do you have any advice?
I think it's three things. One, it starts with the individual and having a passion, and obviously having a connection where it really means something. It's a family member, it's a close friend, and you're able to focus on really truly wanting to help that person or those people. The second thing is surrounding yourself with motivated, positive people that also share a connection, know somebody. I am surrounded by the most amazing team and coaches and board members and friends and family. None of this is possible without them. I just put a donation box on the back of my bike, and it's because of everybody that has been around me that we are now in our own gym and doing all these things. So surrounding yourself with the people that are going to help you make that difference is crucial. And those people are out there. I mean, all of us, I think, have it instilled that we want to help in some way and we want to give back. So finding those people is huge. And then the third thing is to put your mind to it and just don't take no for an answer, and come up with creative ways to get attention, spread the awareness, and to have a whole lot of fun. People are very much attracted to fun and happy, positive events. So make it fun, and just go out and do it. Don't take no for an answer. I mean,
I like that.
It's kind of like, how did you feel when you got diagnosed with Parkinson's? Did you have a moment of being upset and feeling down, and then pick yourself up and say, well, I'm going to do something about it? It's kind of like that, where you say, I've got to do something about this, and I'm going to do it. So I don't know if that was your reaction, Jessica.
Yeah. Well, that's, that was mine. And I know that's not everybody's, but that's why there are people like you and others in this world that can get people to that point. So, cause I can imagine even in your own community, Parkinson's probably wasn't discussed or talked about. And now it's like the thing to be a part of, right?
Everybody wants to do it.
Everybody wants to be in this club. I like that, having passion, being around other people that are motivated and making things happen.
So what's been the biggest surprise as you've developed this group?
My father didn't tell our family his diagnosis for over a year. He kept it quiet, and now he is like my walking billboard, and he is just out there. He's been diagnosed now for 15 years.
Wow.
And he is out there and he owns it. And I'm so proud of him. And I feel like there have been several other people in our group that have been the same way, where they don't want people to treat them different. They don't want people to feel sorry for them. But when they come into this group and they start to get some of that confidence back, and they know that there's this whole family and that there's nothing to be scared of, and it's okay to be true to yourself and to just own it. We've had so many people that have been able to do that, and that is truly rewarding to me, that people are able to kind of just understand their diagnosis and work their way through it amongst such a family that we've created here. One of my boxers, who's been with us for 2 years, just came in this morning for our strength and spin class. And she said, I was at my church group and we went around in a circle about what are we happy for and thankful for. And she hadn't told anybody in her group she was diagnosed with Parkinson's. And she said, I am fortunate to be part of Rock Steady, And my happiness is in part to Rocksteady. And nobody knew that she had been diagnosed. And she just told me that today. And she is like completely comfortable with people knowing. And I'm like, what if we didn't have Rocksteady? Where would she be with her mindset? But she's confident and comfortable. And that just makes it rewarding to me to help these people find their way.
What do you think was the turning point for your dad? Because a lot of people are like that, where they keep it from family. What do you think made him open up? Was it your drive to do things?
I don't know if it was just over time he finally just was able to discuss it. The bike box, I was getting a lot of publicity and we were getting on the news, and it was his wish that I do not let people know that my father is the reason why I was doing what I was doing. And after a while, I just asked my dad, look, I need to be able to tell people that my father is the one having the struggle, and it's okay if people know. And I think just over time and him knowing what we had going on and the fight that we were making for him, he was willing to say, I'm good with it. Let's do it.
That's awesome. Well, Bethany, thank you so much. I mean, this is the things that you are doing and the lives that you are changing is just absolutely incredible. And I will love to share your website for the Bike Box Project for people to go check out. I know there's a couple like YouTube spots that you have and different like advertisements, and it's fantastic and it's so inspiring. So I know you probably feel that fulfillment every single day, but I'm just so happy for what you're doing for that area.
Thank you so much. And it's people like you that motivate me too. So thank you for all that you do and all the awareness you bring. And it's, we're a team.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again so much for coming on. But in our last 30 seconds, though, I'll wrap it up with this. As Bethany said, anybody can make these changes in a community, in people's lives that are living with Parkinson's. You have to have passion. You have to be able to make connections with other people who are motivated. And at the end of the day, just do it. Don't take no for an answer and make things happen. This can be life-changing for people living with Parkinson's or their family members, the caregivers. There's so many people around that can be lifted up if they have others around to support them. So thank you again, Bethany, and we'll see you next time.